Okay, well, welcome to today's broadcast of. This is going to be from my 1976 replay. This is the Los Angeles Dodgers visiting the St. Louis Cardinals. Dodgers are 19-7 and in first place in the National League West. Pull up the info here. Not sure if you can see this, but yeah, they currently own a 4.5 game lead over the Cincinnati Reds. And if we take a look at the Cardinals, who are 14-12, they're currently in second place, 2 games behind the Philadelphia Phillies. So, a little bit about the setup here. As you can see in the larger portion, I think the left-hand side of the screen is kind of this dice roller that I've created for payoff pitch. But really, what I've done is I've replicated or tried to replicate the fast action card. You'll see that in the on the left hand side there. And what I'd like to do is just kind of walk you through gameplay here, and hopefully you enjoy this. So let's get started. So let's see. Up to bat will be Davey Lopes. Davey Lopes is batting .091 on the season so far, so not off to a great start. He'll be facing Pete Falcone, who has a 2-3 record and a 3.38 ERA. And here's the pitch. Pitch is going to be a 2 off of Falcone's card, which is a defense check. So we're going to take a look here on defense. It's a range check on the left fielder, who is Lou Brock. Lou Brock is a range of, he's a C. So if we go to the card here, 1 to 55 is going to be, now I do another dice roll over here. So 1 to 55 is going to be a hit, 56 to 99 is going to be an out. And the roll is a 24. So that is going to be a hit. And on the hit range, it's a double. So Davey Lopes leads off with a double on a ball that Lou Brock had a chance at getting, but was unable to do so. So it's a 2BF7. Brock is on, or Lopes is on second now. That's going to bring up Billy Buckner. Let's see here. Pitch to Buckner. Let's see if there's going to be any activity on the bases here. First with the roll to see if there's going to be if Lopes is going to even try to attempt to steal third base. And that is actually a 33 double threes. So Lopes is going to try to steal here. And take a look at his stealing. He is a B. Ted Simmons, who's behind the plate, has an arm of a 2. So B2, chart here shows that B2 is going to be normal. Normal is going to be, the reading is going to be safe. And Lopes has stolen second base, or third base actually. Lopes steals third base. I think that's his first stolen base of the season here. That's going to bring up, or we have Billy Buckner at the plate. So here's the pitch to Buckner. 8 on Falcone's card is tough. 91, Falcone's a lefty. So that's going to be G4. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. And let's see what happens with Lopes here. So runner on third. Infield would be back. G4, 3. So that is going to be An RBI for Billy Buckner. Lopes scores. So leadoff double pays off for the Dodgers. That'll bring up Dusty Baker. The pitch to Baker. It's going to be 3 off of Falcone's card, which is a patient. 90. It's going to be an out. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Yeah, oops. Getting ahead of myself here. So Baker grounds out to short. There's 2 away. That'll bring up Steve Garvey. The pitch to Garvey is off of Falcone's patient, or it's a 3 on the card patient. 75 for Garvey is going to be a fly ball to center field, actually deep center field, but Mumphrey has a beat on it and makes the catch. And that'll end the top of the first with the Dodgers taking a 1-0 lead here against the St. Louis Cardinals. Lou Brock to lead things off against Burt Hooton. Hooton on the season has a 3-2 record with a 2.66 ERA. The pitch is going to be on Hooton's. It's going to be tough. He's a righty, 32, and he strikes out Lou Brock. So Brock goes down on strikes. First batter for the Cardinals. That's going to bring up Vic Harris. Vic Harris batting .287 on the season. The pitch is 10 on Hooton. That's going to be a ballpark. We're talking about a lefty. So it's going to be a wheelhouse 06. The wheelhouse roll on Harris is a 87. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. So Russell up with it. He makes the play. There's 2 away. That'll bring up Willie Crawford. Crawford on the season's batting .295 with a home run and 13 RBI. The pitch is going to be in play. It's 12. It's in play on the Hooton's card. At 25 is going to be a base hit to, well, it's a ground ball up to middle, actually. Gets through the infield and into center field for a base hit for Willie Crawford. So Crawford reaches base. Crawford gets a jump on it 2. Check and see. No, he doesn't. So that's going to bring up Ted Simmons now. Ted Simmons, man on first, 2 out. Here's the pitch from Hooton. It's going to be in 7, which is patient. 64 for Simmons is going to be a ground ball to second. Oops. Ground ball to second. Lopes is up with it. He will toss it to Russell for the force at second, erasing Crawford, and that will be the end of the first inning. So 1-0 after 1. And the Dodgers will be sending up Ron Cey, Joe Ferguson, and Steve Yeager. Ron Cey is batting .283 on the season. The pitch to Cey, 5, which is in play. 96 is going to be a fly ball to left field. Cey is retired. 1 away. I'll bring up Joe Ferguson. Ferguson's batting .236 on the season with a home run and 2 RBI. The pitch to Ferguson, 10 on Falcone's card, is tough. 13 against a lefty is going to be strike 3. Ferguson goes down swinging. There's 2 out here in the top of the second. That's going to bring up the catcher, Steve Yeager. Yeager's batting .243 with 3 home run and 16 RBI. It's off to a pretty decent start this season. Here's the pitch from Falcone. on his patient. Okay, it's 6, which is patient. 72 for Yeager. It's going to be a fly ball to deep center field. Mumphrey backtracks on the warning track, makes the catch, and that'll retire the Dodgers in the second. So we're going to the bottom of the second. Score is 2-1. I'm sorry, 1-0. And for the Cardinals, we're going to see Keith Hernandez, Jerry Mumphrey, and Hector Cruz. So the first batter, Keith Hernandez, to lead things off here. He's batting .303 with no home runs, 6 RBI. The pitch from Hooton. It's on Hooton's tough column. It's an 8. So an 18 tough is going to be a strikeout. So Hernandez strikes out in his first at bat in the game, and that's going to bring up Jerry Mumphrey. Now, this is his first game of the season, his first plate appearance. So he settles in to take his chances against Jerry Mumphrey. He's batting from the left side, switch hitter. The pitch is Hooton. It's an 8, tough. 84 is going to be a ground ball to short. Russell's up with it, fires it to Garvey, and there's 2 away. And that'll bring up Hector Cruz. Cruz on the year. He's batting .304 with 2 home runs and 12 RBI. Pitch from Hooton, 8, tough. It's going to be strike 3, and Cruz goes down swinging. So for Hooton, that's his 3rd strikeout of the game. And that'll close the second inning with the score. The Dodgers 1, Cardinals nothing. For the Dodgers, to lead off the bottom of the 3rd, it's going to be Bill Russell. Russell's batting .377 this season with a home run and 4 RBI. The pitch to Russell. It's going to be, it's on Falcone, it's an 8. It's tough. 28 is going to be from the left, him hitting against a lefty. Russell's going to get a base hit, so he grounds one up the middle for a single to lead things off here in the second, and that's going to bring up Burt Hooton. Now, I don't think you can see this, but I have the pitcher cards here in the actual dice roller. So Hooton's using the number 3 batting card. So let me pull that up here so I can see it. I've got a JPEG here that I can access through the Excel spreadsheet so I can see what the pitcher hitting card is. So Hooton's coming up. And let's see what happens here. Let's see if Russell will try to get a jump to start things off. He still is on a 3 or lower. And it's a 5, so he's not going to be going. So here's the pitch. And Hooton is going to attempt a bunt here. He is a bunter. So we'll take a look at an A bunter. That's going to be a successful sacrifice, so SH. So he sacrifices, hits it back to the pitcher. Falcone has 1 play, and that's going to be to first, and Russell will go to second on the sacrifice. And so that's going to bring up Davey Lopes, who doubled to left his first time up. And let's see. Check and see if there's another attempt to steal third. And that roll is not going to be that. So let's see here. Davey Lopes. The pitch to Lopes is going to be off the patient column. It's 11. 29 is the roll. And that's going to be a walk. So Lopes is on with a walk. And we got runners on first and second now with 1 out. And that's going to bring up Bill Buckner. So the Dodgers trying to get something going here in the 3rd inning. And let's see, here's the pitch. The pitch is going to be 8. It's going to be tough on Falcone's card. Tough column for, oh wow. Buckner fights it off. Little base hit into left field. And that's going to score. It's going to score Russell. And Lopes will go to second. So Lopes will hold at second, but Buckner with his second RBI of the game. And we have a 2-0 game now. The Dodgers are up 2-0. Got runners on first and second. Check the steal here. No steal is going to be taking place. Let's see here. Because he would steal on a 7, and the roll was a 7, but for stealing third base, it has to be doubles. So it would have been either double 3s, 2s, or 1s would have had him going to third base, but that wasn't the case here. So with Dusty Baker now at the plate, batting .202, he's 0 for 1 today, grounded out to short his first time up. The pitch to Baker. It's going to be on Falcone, to be patient. So we go to Baker's card. It's a ground ball to third. Runners on first and second. So what that's going to mean here is we'll check the double play rating. So it's a 5 on, no, that's not low enough. So let me double check here. So runners on first and second. Ground ball to third. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. No. Okay, so nope. We're going to have a ground ball to third. They get the force at second. Buckner is out, but no double play. And that'll bring up Steve Garvey with Dusty Baker now at first base. Check the steal roll. Nope, no stealing. And we now have Garvey coming up to bat. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to center his first time up. So runners on first and third, 2 out here in the top of the third. The pitch from Falcone is in play. 71 is going to be a ground ball to second. Harris flips it to Kessinger for the force, and that's going to do it here in the third inning. Okay, so we head to the bottom of the third, and we're going to have Don Kessinger, Pete Falcone, and the top of the order, Lou Brock, here in the bottom of the third. So the pitch from Hooton is in play, 29, and that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. Lopes is calling for it, and he will make the catch. So there's 1 out on the pop-up to second. And now that's going to bring up Pete Falcone. Falcone uses the number 5 batting card. Let me pull that up here. Okay, so here we go. The pitch to Falcone from Hooton. It's from the tough column. The 97 is going to be strike 3, and Falcone goes down on strikes. So there's 2 away. Quickly here in the bottom of the third. And that's going to bring up Lou Brock. Lou Brock, his first time up, he struck out. So looking to get something started here for the Cardinals with 2 out in the bottom of the third inning. The pitch is going to be tough on Hooton's card, 6. So it's tough. 16 is going to be strike 3 again. So Brock goes down swinging for the second time in the game. And Hooton is moving along here, giving up just 1 hit through 3 innings. Burt Happy Hooton, right? Pretty sure that's what his nickname was. So we have Ron Say to lead things off here for the Dodgers. Dodger third baseman is 0 for 1. He flew out to left field his first time up. And here's the pitch from Falcone's patient, 26, is going to be a walk. So say walks. That's the second walk of the day. So from Pete Falcone, it's going to bring up Joe Ferguson. We'll do the steal check real quick. No stealing. So that's going to bring up Joe Ferguson. Pitch to Ferguson is going to be off of Falcone's patient again. Patient 40 is going to be a double for Ferguson. So Ferguson doubles. It's a deep drive to center. It's going to one-hop the wall, and Say will pull into third, Ferguson into second on the double. The Dodgers are in business here in the top of the fourth, leading 2-0. Steve Yeager coming to bat here. Pitch to Yeager. It's going to be, that's a 4, so it's in play on Falcone's card. A 50 is going to be a ground ball to third. Runners on second and third. I should have said the infield would be playing in here. Normally that's what I would do here. So I'm going to say that is the case. So infield is in. Runners on second and third. So that is going to be, let's check the infield in chart here. And so infield in chart, let me pull that up. Just give me a second here. So the infield in chart, we're going to roll 2 die 12. Now I have it already set here, so infield in or corners in, reroll all 4 dice, refer to the infield play at home chart. So the play at home chart is going to be okay, so I just had to reacclimate myself with that part of the rule book. So the roll, as I said, is automatic. There's a chart on here that I use for infield in, play at home. The 2 die 6 run rating is an 8. The runner at third, Ron Say. Give me a second here. Ron Say is a 5. So he is going to be out at the plate. So Yeager grounds it to third. Cruz fires home to get Say. Ferguson will go to third on the fielder's choice. Yeager is safe at first, so we got runners at first and third with 1 out. And that's going to bring up Bill Russell. Check to see if there's any movement on the bases. No. So now the pitch to Russell. Russell is 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. The pitch from Falcone is going to be in play, 96. So that's going to be a fly ball to left. Now we'll take a look at Ferguson here to see if he tags. I don't think that's going to be the case. Runners on first and third. Ferguson is all their pitcher results runner up to 7. Ferguson is a 4, so he is going to be staying. So that is a fly out to left field. And that's going to bring up Hooton. Falcone looks like he might be able to wiggle off the hook here. With Hooton coming up to bat. Hooton uses the number 3 pitching card. So here's the pitch. from Falcone, patient, 12, and he's going to walk Hooton. So, wow, has an opportunity to get out of the inning. Instead, he walks Burt Hooton to load the bases, and that's going to bring up Davey Lopes. So Falcone, that's his third walk of the day. Really struggling with his control today. Here's a pitch. It's going to be facing Lopes. Bases loaded. 2 out. Infield is at normal depth. Here's the pitch. It's going to be patient again. This time to Lopes, a 7, and it's going to be a walk. So he walks in a run. And now Billy Buckner's going to come up. 2 out. Top of the 4th. Dodgers up 3-0. Falcone struggling mightily with his control right now. Here's the pitch. Patient. 73 is going to be off of Buckner's card. It's going to be a fly ball to center field. It's actually a fly ball to deep center field, but Mumphrey will make the catch. The Dodgers get another run, and they lead 3-0 heading into the bottom of the 4th. And for the Cardinals, we're going to see Harris, Crawford, and Simmons trying to get something started against Hooton. Here's the pitch. 6 tough. 42 is going to be struck him out, so Harris strikes out. Hooton's just the opposite of what is happening with Pete Falcone. Pitch from Hooton. It's on his tough call at 95. It's going to be a fly ball to right field. There's 2 away. And now Ted Simmons will come to bat. Pitch to Simmons. It's going to be in play at 89. Is a ground ball to short. Russell's up with it. He fires it to first. And the Cardinals are retired in the 4th inning. So we go to the top of the 5th. 3-0 Dodgers. Dodgers have 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. For the Cardinals, no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. So here's the pitch to Dusty Baker leading off the Dodger 5th inning. He's 0 for 2 today. The pitch from Falcone is going to be off the tough column. It's a 90, and that is going to be a ground ball to short. And Baker is retired. So the 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Steve Garvey coming to bat. Garvey today is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to Garvey from Falcone. Patient, 18. And there's ball 4. So Garvey walks. So Falcone walks Garvey. So now we have runner on first for Ron Say. It's not going to be any running at the moment. So now the pitch. The pitch to Say is going to be 4. Well, let's see. Wild pitch check on Falcone. No wild pitch. So the pitch is going to be in play. 32 for Say is just out of reach of that single. So he pops it up to second base. Harris makes the catch. Garvey stays at first. And that's going to bring up Joe Ferguson. Ferguson is 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. The pitch from Falcone, patient. 45, and that's going to be another double for Ferguson. And Garvey is going to score because 2 outs. He was running on the hit, so that's a double. It splits the gap into center field. Garvey will score, and it's now 4-0 Dodgers. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And that's going to bring up Steve Yeager. So here's the pitch to Yeager. 11, patient. 91, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. And Yeager's retired. The Dodgers are gone here in the 5th, but not after they tack on another run. Having some audio trouble here, so let's see. We go to the bottom of the 5th now, and that's going to be Keith Hernandez to lead things off for the Cardinals. And let's see here. Let's get ready to go. The pitch from Hooton. It's in play. 69 is going to be a ground ball to shortstop. Russell's up with it, fires it to first. 1 away. It's going to bring up Jerry Mumphrey now. Jerry Mumphrey's 0 for 1, grounded out to short his first time up. Pitch to Hooton, patient, 50. And that's going to be a base hit. So we get a little blooper into right field for Mumphrey, and he is on with his first hit of the season. So Mumphrey's on at first. It's going to bring up Hector Cruz. Normally with down by 4, we're not going to be trying to steal, so I don't do the checks there when that is in fact the case. So let's see now. Hector Cruz with runner on first, 1 out. Cruz, the pitch is going to be in play. It's a 98. That's going to be a fly ball to left field. Mumphrey will retreat back to first. And there's 2 away. That's going to bring up Don Kessinger. Kessinger is 0 for 1 today. He popped up to second his first time up. The pitch to Kessinger. Okay, so it's a defense check. So look at the card here. It's a range check on Dusty Baker. So let's see what Baker can do here. Dusty is center field range is a D. So 1 to 65 is a hit. 66 to 99 is an out. And the roll's 13. So that's going to be a hit. It's going to be a single, and the runners will advance 2 bases. So Baker unable to come up with the ball there, and that's going to bring up Pete Falcone. But I think we're going to see a pinch hitter here. I know it's kind of early. We're only in the 5th inning, but there is an opportunity here for the Cardinals to do something. So let's take a look at who we can go to on the bench. Okay, so the Cardinals are going to go with Reggie Smith. Reggie Smith is going to be coming up to pinch hit here against Burt Hooton. 2 outs, runners on first and third. Here's the pitch. The pitch, potential wild pitch. 32, no wild pitch. So, give me 1 second here. Okay, so just making sure I'm doing this right. My understanding is it was in play. The roll was a 32, which means no wild pitch. So just go with the 32. And for Reggie Smith, let's see, 9 in play, 32 against a righty is going to be a pop up to short. So unfortunately, Smith doesn't do his job here. And that's going to do it in the bottom of the fifth for the Cardinals. So the Dodgers still leading 4-0. And we're going to have to bring in a new pitcher. So the Cardinals are going to bring in Eric Rasmussen. Rasmussen has an 0-1 record with 4.26 ERA. He'll be facing Russell, Hooton, and Lopes here in the top of the sixth. And here's the pitch. The pitch from Rasmussen's, it's a tough roll, 41. He's a righty. Tough roll, 41 is going to be a base hit for Bill Russell. So Russell bloops a ball into right field. Dying Quail into right. And that'll bring up Burt Hooton. Hooton is a pitching card, is a 3, so we got that ready to go. Here's the pitch. From Rasmussen, tough. 98 is going to be struck him out. So Hooton strikes out. Rasmussen gets Hooton, and that's going to bring up Davey Lopes. Once again, about stealing, I'm not going to see about stealing a base at Dodgers with a 4-run lead. Not going to be stealing any bases. So that's going to bring up Davey Lopes. Runner on first. The pitch from Rasmussen in play, 17. Righty, and that's going to be a base hit. So there's a line drive to left field. Russell would go to second. The Dodgers now with runners on first and second, and Bill Buckner coming up to bat. First and second, Billy Buck up to bat. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Oops. Sorry about that. Pitch from Rasmussen is in play, 51. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. And let's see, Buckner's it's going to be a double play, so just make sure that I am reading that right. We got runners on first and second. Ground ball to third. And that is going to be no. Yeah, that's going to be a double play. So 5-4-3 double play. Buckner hits into. And that's going to end the top of the sixth for the Dodgers. Cardinals put an end to that picket fence they were building. So we've played now 5.5. Dodgers are up 4-0. The Cardinals will be setting up Lou Brock, Vic Harris, and Willie Crawford to face Hooton here in the bottom of the sixth. So here's the pitch from Hooton. It's in play, 97. It's going to be a fly ball to right field. Ferguson underneath it makes the catch, and Brock is retired. He's 0 for 3 now on the day. And that'll bring up Vic Harris. Vic Harris is 0 for 2. The pitch, tough. It's a 10. It's strike 3. And for Hooton, that is his 7th strikeout of the day. Willie Crawford stepping into bat, or up to bat. The pitch to Crawford, it's an 8. It's going to be tough on Hooton's card. It's a 44, and Crawford's going to fight that one off. A little Let's see, he's a lefty, so that's a bloop into right field for a single. And Crawford is on. Now that'll bring up the cleanup batter, Ted Simmons. Simmons is batting .333 on the season. He's 0 for 2 though today. And here's the pitch. The pitch is going to be in play off of Hooton's card, 84. It's going to be a ground ball to short. They get the force at second, and that's going to end the sixth inning. So the Dodgers hold that 4-0 lead heading into the seventh inning. And excuse me, getting a drink of water there. So now that's going to bring up for the Dodgers, we're going to see Dusty Baker, Steve Garvey, and Ron Cey to lead off or start the seventh inning here. And here's the pitch from Rasmussen, ballpark. A righty, 46. That's going to be in play. So we'll check that roll here. It's a 13. That's going to be a base hit. So a line drive to left field for Dusty Baker. That starts off the Dodger seventh inning. So Baker's on, 4-0 here. Steve Garvey coming to bat. Garvey's batting .387 on the season. He's 0 for 2 in the game so far. And here's the pitch from Rasmussen. Tough, 96. Is going to be a fly ball to left field. Brock coming in to make the catch. There's one out. Garvey's retired. It's going to bring up Ron Cey. Ron Cey also 0 for 2 today. The pitch to Cey is going to be, it's going to be the patient column for Cey, 55, and that's going to be a base hit. It's a long single into the gap in center field. Baker's going to stay. He's only going to go to second. He's not going to try for third. So we got runners on first and second now, and Joe Ferguson stepping up to bat. Ferguson, 2 for 3 today with an RBI. He's got 2 doubles. 1 out, first and second. Here's the pitch from Rasmussen. Patient, 91. That's going to be a ground ball to short. DP 8, DP 6. The roll's an 8, so no. So let's see. That is a G6. First and second. Okay, so that's going to be G. Okay, so the runner is going to be forced at second. So Baker will go to third. Cey is out at second, and Ferguson to first. So now we got runners on first and third with 2 out, and that's going to bring up Steve Yeager. The pitch to Yeager, ballpark. Yeager's a righty. That's going to be wheelhouse. So let's check wheelhouse here. The roll is going to be a 93. Oh, he just missed it. He flies out to deep left field. Brock is going to catch it in front of the left field wall, and that'll end the top half of the seventh for the Dodgers. Yeager just misses one there. So now for the Cardinals, seventh inning here. Going to see, take a look. Hooton looks like he's in pretty decent shape. He should be able to go maybe 2 more innings here if he keeps it up. But actually, with a shutout, we might see about going all the way. So Hernandez, it's probably the announcer's jinx right there. We'll see. Here's the pitch to Hernandez. It's going to be in play, 34. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. Stays underneath it. He makes the catch. There's one away. I'll bring up Jerry Mumphrey. Mumphrey he's 1 for 2 today. The pitch to Mumphrey from Hooton, patient, 40, and that is going to be a drive into. I'm sorry, it's going to be a drive down the right field line, and that'll get to the wall. Ferguson with a good arm will be up with it. Fires it into second, but Mumphrey is standing with a double. And so that'll bring up Hector Cruz. So 1 out. Cardinals trying desperately to get something going here. The runner on second and 1 out. Hector Cruz is 0 for 2 today. The pitch to Cruz. So it's wild pitch check. So it's 8 first off, 8, which is tough. Wild pitch is 30, and that is going to be a wild pitch. So Mumphrey is going to go to third on the wild pitch by Hooton. Let's see here. Cruz gets back in the box, runner on third, 1 out. Here's the pitch. It's going to be tough, 28, and he strikes out Cruz. So Hooton with his 8th strikeout of the game. That's 2 outs. We got Kessinger up to bat, coming up with Eric Rasmussen in the on deck circle. That he's more than likely not going to be coming to bat here. So Hooton looking in, facing Kessinger. The pitch is in play, 67, and that's going to be a ground ball to second. Lopes is up with it, fires it to first, and the Cardinals leave Mumphrey at third. And that'll do it for the 7th. So we're going to head to the 8th with the Dodgers leading 4-0. Rasmussen on the mound here. We might, we're going to make a pitching change here. Probably a double change here, or a double switch. So let's take a moment here to decide on what that's going to be. Okay, so let's see. Danny Frizella is going to come in to pitch. He's going to go into the number 8 spot. And Lee Richard is coming in to replace Kessinger. He'll be batting in the 9th spot and leading off in the bottom of the 8th. So that's going to bring up for the Dodgers, Billy Russell. Russell is batting, or he's 2 for 3 today with a 1 run scored. Frizella looking in, and the pitch is going to be an 8, so that's patient. 53 for Russell is going to be a ground ball to third. And Frizella gets his first battery faces, and that's going to bring up Burt Hooton. And the Dodgers are going to let Hooton hit here. Let Hooton hit. Hooton, here's a who. So let's see. Burt Hooton, he's a 3, so here's the pitch. Batting card's a 3, that is. So in play, 62, and that's going to be a ground ball to second. Vic Harris fields it cleanly, fires it to Hernandez, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. And that'll bring up Davey Lopes. Davey Lopes now batting. He's 2 for 2 today. He's walked twice, got a double, an RBI, a run scored, and a stolen base. He's been busy man today. The pitch is going to be tough on Frizella, and that is going to be a strikeout. So he strikes out Lopes. So Frizella goes through the Dodgers 1, 2, 3 there, and we go to the bottom of the 8th with the score Dodgers 4, Cardinals nothing. So Lee Richard to lead things off here against Burt Hooton. The pitch to Hooton, or from Hooton, is going to be in play. That's a 9, and that's going to be a base hit. So a little blooper into left field for Richard, and the leadoff runner is on for the Cardinals. So See if they can get something going here. Lou Brock will be coming to bat. Runner on first. The pitch from Hooton is going to be patient, 76. And that is going to be a fly ball to center field. Let's take a look here. Runner on first. No, that's not going to be. Nothing going on the base path there. So Baker will make the catch. Brock is retired, and that's going to bring up Vic Harris. The pitch to Harris. Wild pitch is going to be, there's no wild pitch. It's going to be off of Hooton's tough reading, and it's going to be a strikeout. So another K for Hooton. And that's his 9th strikeout of the day. So there's 2 outs. And Willie Crawford now coming to bat. Runner on first, 2 out. Left-handed hitting Willie Crawford. He's 2 for 3 today. The pitch is going to be patient, and it's a 4, so that's going to be a walk. So Crawford walks. That's going to bring up Ted Simmons now with the bases loaded. I think we're going to let Hooton continue here. Simmons 0 for 3, hitting the 2 fielders' choices and grounded out to short. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. The pitch is going to be a 5. It's in play, 37. And that's a pop-up to first base. So Simmons does not come through in the clutch there. Popping it up. Garvey calling for it, makes the catch. And we're headed to the 9th. The Dodgers leading 4-0. For the Dodgers, 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For the Cardinals, no runs, 6 hits, and no errors. And Frizella is back out there on the mound. Should have mentioned Frizella so far this season. This is his 4th game he's pitching, and he's got an ERA of 0 so far. So here's the pitch from Frizella. 7, patient, 32. That's Billy Buckner, actually. So patient, 32 is going to be a base hit. So there's a opposite field. So Buckner goes to left field with the single. And that'll bring up Dusty Baker. The pitch from Frizella, wheelhouse, righty. It's a 40, so it's going to be in play. Let's check what that's going to be. 97. It's going to be a fly ball to deep left field. Brock underneath it makes the catch, and there's 1 away. And now Steve Garvey. Garvey's 0 for 4 today, or make sure 0 for 3. He walked once, scored a run. Runner on first, 1 out. The pitch from Frizella, patient, 74. That's going to be a fly ball to deep center field. Mumphrey will track it down, and Buckner goes back to first. So there's 2 outs. And that's 2 outs here in the top of the 9th, and Ron Say coming to bat. Say is batting, he's batting .284 on the season. He's 1 for 3 today with a walk. And the pitch from Frizella, patient, 43, and that's going to be ball 4, so Say walks. And we got runners on first and second, and Joe Ferguson stepping up. Ferguson having a pretty good day at the plate. He's got 2 doubles. He's 2 for 4, and it looks like that's going to be it for Frizella. So we're going to be making a pitching change here. So the Cardinals are going to be bringing in Mike Prawley. Prawley's got a 1.8 ERA. This is his 4th game he's appearing in the season. He'll be facing Joe Ferguson here with 2 out, runners on first and second. And the pitch is going to be in play 14, and that's going to be a base hit for Ferguson. Let's take a look. So Buckner's run rating is a 4, so he's going to stay at third. So it's a line drive to left for Ferguson, and that's going to load the bases now for Steve Yeager. Steve Yeager now. Bases loaded. 2 out here in the top of the ninth. Mike Prolly looks in. The pitch to Yeager is going to be in play, 41. That's going to be a ground ball to Hernandez. He'll take it to the bag, and that'll do it. So Prolly comes in, gives up the single to Ferguson, but is able to get Yeager to ground out harmlessly to first, and that'll do it for the Dodgers in the top of the ninth. Leave the bases loaded. So now Hooton's going to go back out, and he's going to start the ninth inning here. He's going to be on probably a short leash. He's going to be facing Keith Hernandez, who is 0 for 3 today. The pitch to Hernandez is patient. 11 is going to be a walk. So Hooton walks just his second batter of the day, and the leadoff runner is on, and that's going to bring up Jerry Mumphrey with 1 out, or nobody out here in the top of the ninth. Cardinals trying to get something started here. Here's the pitch. Hooton, patient, 42, and Mumphrey is going to double. So he's going to drive one off the right field wall, and that's going to put runners on second and third. Hernandez is going to hold up at third, and so Hooton in trouble here. Going to be facing Hector Cruz. The infield will be back here. He's going to pitch to Cruz. Let's see what happens here. The pitch. It's going to be off of his tough column. 82, just outside of a hit there it's a ground ball to short. So runners on second and third. The infield's back. Let's take a quick look here. Second and third. Infield back. I think they said ground ball to short, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So, okay, so that's a ground ball to short. So the runner's going to score. And Mumphrey will not advance. So Russell's able to look Mumphrey back to the bag. Hernandez will score. And it's now 4-1. And that's going to bring up Mike Prolly, but we're going to see a pinch hitter here. Not many arms left in the bullpen for the Cardinals, though. Okay, so the Cardinals are going to go to the bench, and pinch hitting now for Mike Prolly is going to be Ron Fairley. Fairley's batting .208 this season with no home runs and 2 RBI. And he'll be facing Hooton here with a runner on second and 1 out. Cardinals have gotten a run on the board here. And here's the pitch. It's going to be in play. It's a 10, and that's going to be a base hit. So it's a base hit to center field. That's going to score Mumphrey. And now we have a 2-run game here. The tying run is going to be coming to the plate, and Lee Richard. And I don't know. Let's take a look at the Dodger bullpen here. Yep, so Walter Alston goes out, talks to Hooton. He's going to leave him in. He's got Mike Marshall and Charlie Huff in the bullpen. And so now Lee Richard to face Hooton with 1 out, runner on first, 4-2 Dodgers, bottom of the 9th. And here's the pitch to Richard. It's going to be in play. 83 is going to be a ground ball to short. He's a 7, Hooton a 5, the roll's a 9, so no, that's not going to be, but it is going to be a force out at second, so G6, 4, so force out at second base, and that's going to bring up Lou Brock now here with 2 outs. Left-handed hitting Brock coming to the plate. He's 0 for 4 today. Here we go. Bottom of the 9th. 4-2 Dodgers. Runner on first. 2 out. The pitch is going to be a ballpark. 57 lefty. It's going to be in play. 61 is going to be a fly ball to left field. Buckner's underneath it. He makes the catch, and the ball game is over. So, wow. That was fun. Dodgers hang on for a 4-2 win. And that last roll was actually a ballpark roll, so could have been a contender, I guess, right? So that's going to do it here today from Busch Stadium. Dodgers 4-2 winners over the Cardinals. Dodgers record now goes to 20-7. The Cardinals dropped to 14-13, and that's going to do it. So hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and click subscribe. Click like and subscribe if you want to see more of this. Also, if you have any questions about the setup I use for Payoff Pitch, I'm happy to answer that. I'm sure there were some things that you couldn't see that were occurring on screen, but you don't have the fastest of computers, so I don't want to put you through some of the waiting that might occur when I'm checking bullpen or checking the bench. So just figured I'd spare you that agony. So once again, thank you for joining, and hope you have a great day. Thank you. Goodbye.